Doing this thing again. Give me a few minutes, guys. I'm still trying to configure some stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you're still here, Mr. Michael DS. So I've tried basically I've tried reinstalling or updating a few things. That did it does not, I don't know if it's a communication issue with Twitch right now, or if it's something in the like the specific OBS extension I'm using. I have the really bare basic multiple output plugin for OBS. It's what allows me to multi-stream in the first place. I am not 100% sure. Sorry, I'm definitely doing the NPC loop of I'm not sure why, speculate, and then say not sure why again. So let me break out of that loop by saying I'm definitely trying to fix it. Just not sure how, and the stream is definitely going to be crunchy for a few minutes. You want me to fix it later? I could fix it later. I really get the feeling, this is just me, right? It's just me. I get the feeling that this is a Twitch thing. I think there's something going on with the Twitch servers. I'm gonna look into it over break and maybe see if there's anything I can possibly do at all. Or if Twitch is just having a bad day, or, you know, Twitch finally had Twitch finally had financial issues, the likes of which are too irreparable to come back from. Not exactly sure. But you know what, guys? Yeah, the chances of you spending 30 minutes and still not fixing it is high. Too many variables. Definitely too many variables. It's fine. You know what, though? I mean, that means I don't even have to spend the time structuring the stream or chilling today. Neat, right? If this is going to be a longer term problem, though, like definitely not just a there's a weird day today. This may be the nail in the coffin. But before this may be the nail in the coffin where I start streaming on Kick. I don't know. At least I know it's not working. Yeah, thank you again, Mr. Michael DS. I would have been in denial that whole time. And you know what the funny thing is that there was a notice. It did connect to Twitch initially, and then it you know, then all of a sudden, at some point, there was just like a server disconnect, and that was that. It's like, what? Up here? No, it's like down further. Yeah, this is where the hot air balloon is. Okay. My apologies to the YouTube peeps. I'm really sorry about that. You may want to make sure you're appropriately tuned into the Discord server when stuff like that is going on. This basically comes with like its own pre-built rockets. Sure. I guess we can do things like this. I don't need a huge observation platform. I just need the one platform. We can literally take this like, lovely little device, then we can go, we can definitely make sure that we are collecting, Koroks today. Because all I want to do is get to where that giant, huge island, like, way, way, way out there. It's like up there, all the way up there. I don't want to have to redo this, so I am gonna save just in case, and then we're going to give this a good, earnest, solid try. And we're gonna need to go a long way if we want to reach that. I'm hoping that is even possible in the first place. So that's like a huge... It's like a huge island. So, what is the highest spot that you guys have been to in the real world? For me, that would be in Stone Mountain, specifically in Georgia, in the States. That's the place. And I didn't even go that high up. But it was... Oh, goodness. I need to add, like, a stabilizer to this. I just realized. Maybe. It might be okay. Yeah, that's that huge island. Yeah, okay, we do have to do things this way. I hope I'm gonna have the ability to go over such a large distance. Can you count airplane rides? Yeah, I suppose you can. In which case, yeah, the highest I've been is definitely on an airplane over to Texas back when my dad was stationed out there. Oh, there are random device, like, okay, I think. Oh God, it's nice to know that all these devices have a shelf life. I'm trying to think really, really quick. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Okay, so I have just learned something new. I have learned that every device, has like a shelf life. Like, absolutely all of them. I don't know what I was supposed to do with this, game. I really don't, but... could be worse, I suppose. I'm pretty sure I'm not making this without, help. Come on, Tulin. Get me up there faster. Get me over there faster. My goodness. Okay, I need to eat this now. Oh, I'm definitely not making it if that's the case. Even with the climbing chest piece, absolutely not. There's no way in heck I'm making this. I guess we give it the good old college try, though? And then, you know, go back to the drawing board, figure out what else I've got to do to make this work. The lack of a controller is really quite the problem. I'm trying to think of how I'm Just huge problems. I don't know, maybe the Christ the Redeemer statue. That's fair. Yeah, you know, Christ would be able to get up there. You know, that's totally valid. All right. I guess I'm gonna be... I guess we gotta go back to the drawing board. We gotta figure out what the heck to do. I think I know of a spot where we can go and get a flight controller, but we need to get like stone slats or something, or cut down some logs if we want to have any chance at trying to think other spots where that. Yeah, I think this is my best bet, but we need batteries first. Oh, this is an interesting problem. It's not one that you can easily solve by just it's not one that you can easily solve by just you know, doing the same thing over and over from the nearest sky island. You actually have to you've actually really got... oh, you know what I think my problem was there? I think my problem there was that I didn't use all of the available devices. Like, there were more flame emitters. I'm pretty sure we could have, like, stapled the hot air balloons to each of the corners, and that maybe could have saved this. I'm not gonna try again, though. Hey there, Mr. Jason. Oh, and also let me make sure I've read all these. You also went to Pau de Asuquar. I see. I know the Cedilla on the sea makes it sound like an S. Asuquar. Oh, it's a famous hill on Rio de Janeiro. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Stone Mountain is definitely my the highest altitude place I've ever been in the States without an airplane. An airplane is definitely the highest place I've been if we're counting that, though. But yeah, Mr. Jason, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well in both body and mind, and hopefully you're enjoying your stay. And it's not exclusive by choice. I had to have Mr. Michael DS here tell me, hey, did you know that you're not streaming on Twitch? You probably saw the little bolo I put out about that on the Discord server, so good, yay for that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on other than Twitch servers having an issue, or there's an issue with my multiple outputs. Doc, I have no clue why it just broke down. I think the funny thing is that Twitch is usually broken. Fair enough. Fair enough. Twitch can be a broken mess, but it usually doesn't break quite this hard. You know what I'm saying? Usually doesn't break this hard. So the fact that it's breaking this hard, there can really only mean a couple of things. Oh my goodness. I need to not be climbing as much as humanly possible. You're just happy to have your quality coin tent? Okay, that one was bad. I'm gonna give you an applause, but then I'm also giving you the Sure Jan.
Sure Jan.
That one was I shouldn't say bad. I should say that one was really quite the stretch. That needed to spend more time at the one of the local mints before coming out and off the presses. So I'll catch you up to speed with what we did during like the first hour. We collected a few Koroks in Sky, mainly just one extra one. And we are now attempting to get up to the Sky Archipelago, which maybe I'm doing it or coming at this the wrong way. Would you like any assistance modding here? You can if you want. The commands should be the same on the YouTube side. Just replace all of the exclamation marks with asterisks. And of course, I have a lot less bells and whistles. Really about the only thing I would need you to do is either use exclamation mark Discord or exclamation mark boss. That's really about the only two things I would need you to do. And then as far as other moderating duties, I can probably handle those myself on one platform. It's actually not all that bad on a single platform. We don't need bells and whistles. We have Mr. Coin. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely not by choice. I don't know what's going on. So at the top of like the hour or something, when I need to get up and stretch at some point. I can look into the stuff happening on Twitch, and we'll kind of go from there. You know, kind of take it one step at a time. But I guess for now, this gets to be like semi-exclusive YouTube content. One more. For those that are wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm collecting some batteries. We're nearly out, as well as some rockets. I am wanting to build a bit of a better flying machine, and the way I'm gonna do that is by having a few more batteries present, among other things. I probably want to do this like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, about 4 or 5 times, I think will get me the count on the batteries I'm looking for. I feel like you could improve your hover bike with a rocket. Probably. There's not too many things that couldn't use some instant speed propulsion. Oh, you know what I could do? I wonder... I'm still gonna, like, spend a bunch of these to get batteries, but I wonder if I could just replace the, probably not. You kind of need something to... You sort of need something to... Because my issue is, like, wings. Like, we could make a flying device... But that's not really going to get us up to where the archipelago is. It's not. Not from all the way over here. We got to cross this huge distance. That needs like a combination of rockets, fans, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm trying to think about how I want to go about doing this. Because, again, we just don't have... a Zonai controller right now. We got the cannon. We got 1 or 2 new devices today. But in large part, we really don't have much. Okay, how many batteries do we have? We have 13? Okay, that's good enough for my purposes. You do believe that you reached the archipelago by the island with a pond in the middle of it? Oh, you mean like... Like over here? So, or there's like a spot? No? Okay. It's in sky? Oh, you mean over here. This one right here with the red pin? Is that correct? That might... Yes. Okay. That may or may not actually be doable, depending on... I have to see where that is in relation to... like what kind of altitude difference we're talking about. I believe there's a waterfall you can climb. Do not have the Zora armor, which I'm pretty sure is in this game. If I did, I could probably climb it. I don't. So that's like a bit of a drawback here. Because I'm trying to do... It's technically within the map region, so I'm trying to do it while I can. It is certainly possible. I may need to... When I see an archipelago like this, I may need to just wait until I've got the relevant ability and come back later. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure stuff out with the LP. Believe it or not, even though we've been doing this for a month, there are still some things that I'm having to kind of learn by doing, for better or for worse. And like pacing and where I should and shouldn't be is part of it. Hey there, Mr. Rowan Darcy, welcome on in. Hopefully you're doing well today. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, like I told Mr. Jason, I'll tell you, oh, actually, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Jason, now that I'm thinking on it, you could mod here on YouTube even if you wanted to, because I don't have the correct permissions set for you. I'd have to fix that. I might be able to do that. Give me like a minute. But, how are things in your little slice of terra firma today, Mr. Rowan Darcy? I am, I would be streaming to Twitch too, but Twitch is, like, having server issues today. You can do it at intermission. No rush. Understood. This is the other moderator, Mr. Jason, so, I'm pretty sure Mr. Rowan Darcy can do things on YouTube if I need them to for the time being. But to catch Mr. Rowan Darcy up to speed, we started collecting Koroks like in the past hour and a half. And then we got to this lovely little debacle with the Sky Archipelago, and we've been having issues. Well, I shouldn't say we, but like there have been issues trying to reach it from this location. So Mr. Jason has given me a tip for... I don't want to be up here. Has given me a tip for perhaps what to try next. Let me catch up on chat here. Mr. Rowan Darcy says they're all right. Doing some formatting work on poetry book. Nice, 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 nice. Good. And also, yes, you saw that. Twitch is being pooped today. Although YouTube is also lagging. Could just be a me issue. Interesting. You don't, Mr. Jason says, I don't believe so. A moderator would have a blue username. I'm moderator for, okay. Okay, this isn't the moderator account. Gotcha. That would make sense. I can cover moderation until the break. That's fine. Nice to know that has a different color. I've never had a moderator in live chats on YouTube before. So, it goes to show what I know. And it's for the TCC First Troll Castle Legend Boo Bubby. I'm reading it based on how the capital letters are breaking up the word. That feels wrong. That feels wrong, but that is a YouTube account. Okay, okay. No, that's pretty much right. Boo Bubby. Okay, good. Good. I don't know. It's not that the name's not weird or anything. There really aren't. There are obnoxious names on the internet. The weird names, not so much. Okay, it's like up here. Oh no, it's down here. Yep. Oof. This should be the correct one. Maybe. That's interesting, though. Name's not blue, so... I guess I'm gonna be looking into a lot of things over the break. There's no worries. I believe there are only 2 accounts, Mr. Rowan Darcy, so there's really not all that much more to do here. Yeah, I'll figure stuff out. And now we have to figure out... Oh shoot, you know what I just realized? Oh no, this might be serviceable. We've got the slats. We've got the slats, we just don't have the rest, and again, no flight controller. Right, this is why I was trying to go to, I was trying to find a spot with a controller on it. Or with a controller nearby, exclusively because... Oh no, wait, no. Point is like trying to do 5 things at once. Of course it's not working out well. I'm thinking about Twitch, I'm thinking about YouTube, I'm thinking about solving this conundrum, I'm thinking about a lot of things, in case people couldn't tell. And this is without factoring in ADD brain, I'm almost quite sure I have. Let me just put this out here like so. Alright, that's like up there. Is that manageable? That's technically a further distance. That's like a much further distance. Okay, what can I do here to... Maybe I could throw in more rockets? Yeah, throwing in more rockets might get me what I'm looking for here. How many do I want? 4? Yeah, I just need something that gives me a lot of thrust at once, and maybe even a platform with a fan on it. I'm thinking about ways to like continuously propel the platform once the hot air balloon runs out, because it will run out. Mr. Coin, for intermission, it's those steps. Okay. I appreciate your troubleshooting with all of this, Mr. Jason. Enter from the automated... Click Settings Community from the Automated Filters tab. Enter the channel URL in the Managing Moderators or Standard Moderators, and then click Save. Okay. I will give that, assuming that's all there is to it, I will definitely give that a try over the intermission. Okay, and then we want one of these and a fan on the back, on the bottom. And then something like this. Maybe. Oh, and probably a stabilizer too. Oh, wait, Mr. Coin. Oh, what's up? To save me wasting my time? Sure. Oh, adding moderators on YouTube is far more complicated when it really doesn't need to be. I'm beginning to sense that is probably the case. If you attach that many rockets, you're only getting a boost from one of them? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, okay, I know you're not kidding me, right? But, like, in physics, just physics. Save and test? Oh, when did I last? Unfortunately, it has already, oh, well, hold on. Let me load. Okay, no. Let's not do that. All right. Save it is. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's nice to know. One boost. That's awful. That is because that's not how the physics work. Like, this is the classic physics problem. I could literally go. Hold on. Coin wants to get on his soapbox for a short second. 1 second, everybody. Okay, let me switch over to the recording station for a second. So, hi, yes, you get to see my ugly mug for a hot minute with no game sound. This lovely thing. This is the OpenStax textbook. Hey now, no self-depreciating, deprecating. Your mug and mine are way too similar to call it ugly. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't call it ugly then. How's that sound? I'll just say my round mug. But this is my non-majors OpenStax college physics textbook. And in here, going somewhere with this, I promise. I even have a pretty good idea of what page it is. It's just, I gotta find the picture. As soon as I find the picture, we're good here. Let's see, it's in the thing with acceleration. Because it's a very classic problem. Ah, yes. Classic physics problem. Where you're dealing with the thrust on rockets. That is not... The way this game operates it is literally not how it would work in real life. And that's fine, you know, it doesn't have to work like it does in real life, right? But if you're gonna include rockets, Nintendo, it really shouldn't be like that. I guess the thing is that all the rockets are, you know, triggering at the same time, right? There we go. I was having issues with the sound there. Ah, the rockets. Okay, so there's a sort of trick you can do with them to manually do a multi-stage rocket. If you connect them with interlocking beams or logs. I could send you a Reddit video for it if you're interested. Sure, I'll take one. I'll absolutely take one, and I hope I have the ability to build it. Because I don't know. Oh, you know what else is I just realized? I'm pretty sure I spent the rockets and the hoverstone and got absolutely nothing for my trouble. Like, it just unloaded them. This game is real stingy with that. I'm gonna presume that that's gonna be over Discord. Stream's gonna get crunchy for a second while I have the Discord open. Okay. I'm gonna copy this Reddit link. Huh. Among other things, what's going on with the YouTube chat? I can do a lot of things, but apparently chatting into it is not one of them today. Okay, I'll have to open the video. The reason I was going through and opening it on the internet, by the way, was I was going to post that link in here for everyone to look at. I'm going to quickly take a look at this then while we wait. And while, you know, while we're waiting, because I don't like leaving you guys with nothing but me staring down at my phone. I think that's bad form. I have a question for those of you that have played Tears of the Kingdom. What is your most complicated device that you've built in Tears of the Kingdom by far? Doesn't matter what it is. I don't even care if there are spoilers, because there's not too much that people can do with the device information in the first place. What is the most complicated thing you've built? It could be anything ranging from, like what Mr. Jason just said, a hover bike to, you know, most complicated or most effective. It could be either or. If you think a Rube Goldberg machine would be more effective at answering the question, you're more than welcome. If you're going for most effective, that also works. But yeah, Rube Goldberg machines are not disqualifiers here. Oh, is it just a vertically oriented hover bike? Okay, I'm looking at this. They made a literal rocket. Interesting. So we need a place with, like, multiple I-beams on it, right? Or we need a place that we can have multiple I-beams, like, stapled on. I'm lucky I didn't toss that into someplace worse. Most battery effective used logs and a wheel thing, and it could traverse the ocean. Nice. Let's see. Cheap, you need a stake, rockets, logs, and then a rocket on your shield. Okay. Stake and logs. The big thing was logs. The most complicated was a war machine with homing devices. Also, the I-beams are just logs, according to the comments. Yeah, I should read the comments, but we're not going to get anywhere by me just staring at it. I need to go to a spot that actually has some of those, and that's going to be out on the road here. I'm going to need to find a place that has one of those like ruins, probably here, and we need to like move out. And then yeah, early days you used a massive floating platform. I'm gonna try my hand at this, but I'll probably not try. I'll try not to spend a whole bunch of time on it. Maybe say 5-6 minutes. Oh, interesting. I'm glad I did this, because we found a quest. This hasn't been the most eventful stream today, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll take what I... Oh, right, this is back at the stable. Yo. Yes, Pen, tell me more about the chirps and warbles you've been hearing from the birds. Let me make that a window. They say some regular guests of this stable are late to arrive. Very late. The chief here, Goddard, was going to meet with them to learn a new recipe, one that Princess Zelda taught them. My keen reporter instincts say something is wrong here. Goddard has been over there waiting for the guests to arrive. He's barely moved this whole time. Let's see. It's not unusual for guests to decide not to show up, right? But what if they're unable to? They were coming to share a recipe from Princess Zelda, too. That could be part of this. These chirps and warbles are worth looking into. Gourmet's gone missing. The cook Goddard is worried about some regular guests who are overdue to arrive at the stable. He apparently had an appointment with them where they were going to share a recipe that they had learned from Princess Zelda herself. Okay. You can also get higher up on these platforms by using rockets and creating a campfire where the balloon bit is, perhaps. Have I come across the traveling band yet? Their quests always want to make me rip your hair out. I came across one. He was like right over here. We had to quite literally take him. I forget who the guy's name was, but we did have to take him out of this crater and put him back on the road. That's the only one of them I've found so far. I know there are like 3 others, I think, if I'm remembering right, which I'm probably not. Okay, so we need to find a spot where the rebuilding materials are, because there's usually some I-beams somewhere lying around. The campfire in the balloon acts like a hot air balloon. It'll keep you from falling as soon as the rocket ends. Gives you time to set rockets in sequence. Okay. It's in creating a platform with golden bit is. Okay, so we have, what, 4? We have 4 beams. And I think according to the article you gave me, it needed 5 I-beams. I'm looking at it again. So far, I would definitely say the, to go back and answer that question I gave you guys, because I don't like not answering those myself. It's like a matter of holding everyone to the same standard. So far, it's either going to be this device we're about to try to make, or it's going to be the airplane with the bells and whistles. Yes, 5. You also missed that it uses a control stick. Well, if it uses a control stick, I can't do anything about that, because I do not have the controller yet. But TBH, you might be able to get away with not using it if you just need to go straight up. Yeah, the issue is I don't have... We don't have a 5th beam to work with here. I'm going to look at that article again. Yes, I want to visit that site. Thank you for asking, Reddit. I don't mind looking at the clip. What I wish it would actually do is show me how to make it. Let me see if the top comment, maybe? No, I can't sort this that way. Oh, no, that's because there's an actual video for the blueprint. Okay. Just cut some logs. I'll try. Let's go find ourselves a tree. Shouldn't be that hard. We can use that as like a big base. And thankfully, I try to keep a utility axe lying around for just such a purpose. The noble swordsman scrounging for scraps. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Could also just try fusing several rocket shields and switch them out. But how would I do them? How would I do that? Okay, so fusing the shields can happen beforehand, right? Like that part's fine. It's how would I get vertical lift when I'm in midair? Because I'm not sure if it works that way. We do have 2 rocket shields. We could I could run a test, I think. Yes. Oh, I was not expecting the grand ambush. Not gonna lie. All right, sure. Let's quickly try to knock this out. And you certainly don't stay frozen for long. Not this Koga nonsense. Yeah, we had Mr. Koga. Okay, pay attention. Pay attention, Coin. Pay attention. You do not have time to be mucking things around right now. Nice. Got you locked in that animation and everything. That did not last long. No. This ends right now. At least you have food this go around, unlike the previous game. My goodness. Yes, Mr. Rowan Darcy has all of the lore. Oh, this thing was just auto-playing in the background. Let me not do that. Mr. Jason says, I would pause the game while you're not actively playing. You can never tell when those stall enemies pop up out of the ground. Fair point. I should have done that. I just didn't want you guys staring at a pause screen with muted music. Mr. Rowan Darcy says, at least you have food this go around. Unlike the previous game where you had to spend channel points to get me to make provisions. I try to make them when I'm doing the off-screen grinding now. If I know I'm running low. I try to do that then. Mr. Jason says, you could rocket up with a rocket shield, drop a hover stone, and activate it with Link's aim ability. Get on top, rinse and repeat until you're as high up as you need to be. Huh, okay, I could do that. Let me, of course... I'm sure we'll... I'm definitely sure we'll meet more Yiga clan foot soldiers later. Or Blade Masters we can take a picture of. I'm pretty sure I forgot to do that. It's fine. Okay, so what do we have in terms of shields? We have 1, 2, 3. So if we fuse 3 rockets... Okay, I know what I need to do then. So we're gonna find... We need to find a dispenser with a rocket on it. Yeah, this one. You'll see plenty more of them, don't worry. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we will see way more of them. But yeah, what you guys are suggesting is that I daisy chain some rocket shields and some hover stones. Perhaps in a bid to not have me staring at a schematic. No, I have not forgotten. There's a reason I'm coming out here, Mr. Jason, and that is to get more rockets en masse. In case we need them for other purposes. But, no, we'll also go back by that shrine and... use the rockets as well. I just want a few. I want a few extra just in case. I do not want. I do not want to use large charges if I don't have to. Might need that for later. Let's see. Courage Island. Yeah, Courage Island is one that has those. That would be right over here. No, that is... No, that is Courage Island. That one has just a balloon. Yeah, actually none of the immediate ones. There's one here that has rockets. But that listed location there does not have one. Interesting. But I'm willing to bet in the actual one in Necluda, the archipelago we're actually trying to get to, probably has one of these as well. Because I could see the dispenser device on my map, on the object map. Which you guys on YouTube can access by typing in asterisk TotK MAP. I'm pretty sure there are also commands that have been rolling out every so often with all of the commands listed on them. I'm gonna have to farm charges after all this. Yeah, the command should be working. I haven't seen the bot spit them out in a while, but that doesn't mean they're not working. Man, although I sure hope that is not a portent of you know, things not working, I've got the prerequisite number of rockets. So we're gonna step in here and grab 2 real quick. Yeah, I'm not pleased that things happened today the way they did. I'm really not. It's been 2 hours in. We've barely gotten 2 Koroks seeds, and then on top of all of that, we had all this kerfuffle with the Zonai devices, and today has just been a right mess. I appreciate you guys, you know, being patient with me during all of this. Dang it, IGN, giving me false info. Can't spell ignorant without IGN. My God, I have an audience full of spinsters today. Sometimes the game is just slow going and Twitch acting up doesn't help. Yeah. And then, you know, my bloated gut on top of that. I've taken anti-bloat medicine, but that has not been making matters any better for yours truly. There's just been a lot of snafus recently. Like within the last 72 hours. Or at least it's getting to be 72 hours. Okay, no need to sprint coin. You can quite literally just teleport. We could literally go back over here. Okay, but I will have that video on reference for later for when I actually want it. Sorry to hear that. Oh, goodness. Silver lining, only hot people have gut problems. So, fair enough. I appreciate the cheering up. I really do. No, I do not want to click on DaVinci Resolve. That was close. As Mr. Jason is on YouTube today, you might get to see the amazing Shiny. You might get to talk more readily with the amazing Mr. Shiny. You did see him yesterday, Mr. Jason, if you'll recall. You and him spun jokes together like it was no one's business that day as well. Yeah, I am attracting an audience full of comedians. It's a proven fact. All hot girlies, baddies have stomach problems. My internals feel a bit warm. I get what you mean. I get what you mean, though. I appreciate it. The medicine has been helping, and the bloating has been dying down over time. So I'm sure that I'm sure that once a few more days have passed, it'll die down for real and for true. Okay, so here I want. Let's equip the regular Zonite shield for this one first. So we rocket up, and then I drop a platform and quickly aim. I know this was listed earlier. Rocket up with a rocket shield, drop out a hoverstone, and activate it with aim, and then get on top, rinse and repeat. Okay, yeah, that is exactly what was specified. So, all right, I'm gonna save in case things go wrong. I hope to God not, but you never know. All right. Okay, and then we want to drop the device here. Right there. That does take a while. Mr. Rowan Darcy says, you likely have an unbalanced gut biome causing off-gassing in your stomach intestines. Maybe try some prebiotic yogurts or supplements if you can. Should help. I will ask about that. See if that helps. Thanks. I'll make a little note of that. Maybe we are supposed to make banana pudding tomorrow, so I imagine my folks will go out to the store and maybe I can see about requesting some yogurt then. That is the waterfall you were talking about? Yeah. I figured this was the waterfall you were talking about, Mr. Jason. You know, if I'm gonna use this anyway, let me slide this over so it's out of my way. Okay, but this isn't permanent though, so I need to like... I do need to hurry up with my decision making. Yeah, so basically something a bit like this. What is it I'm trying to reach, by the way? Okay, so do you see this, do you see these two islands? Well, the ones marked with, like, the different colored pins? I am trying to reach either one of these. Once I do, like, they should be at the same relative altitude, so I should be able to, go from there. Now, if the question is, why am I trying to get up there? Koroks seeds. That's what I'm trying to do. Ooh, am I gonna have enough, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough platforms for this. I'm gonna save. Not that this helps because it's going to unload the devices anyway. You feel like the hoverstones are falling too fast? I do too. I do too. I feel like... Wait, isn't there... There was literally an item earlier. Yeah, the rocket platform. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, maybe something like this. Show me where I am again real quick. Right here. Let me spit out the coordinates in case that's relevant. 1992, negative 1221, and 870. Let me know when you're good on the information, Mr. Rowan Darcy. Oh. I could have just done this. Not gonna lie, I feel pretty stupid right now. I feel really dumb. You're good? I'm headed for a Zonite Forge island. I guess I would be, given that it's an archipelago, right? Like, it probably has a lot of capabilities that other Sky Islands tend not to have. Meh. Yeah, we could just use the Zonite device here. Then that'll save me on some devices for now. Well, that was a thing that happened. Let's try that again with 100% less screw-ups. Yes, it's got to be like this. Bye-bye platform. Yeah, that is what it did. It was like, yeah, You know, it just followed orientation, and it just jettisoned. It just jettisoned out and away. Like, it's hilarious. It's definitely hilarious. But it's not. It's definitely not something I want to continually repeat with the amount of ore I have. You remember having trouble getting to the Zonite Forge Island? Yeah, I'll say. I feel like I'm going through a lot of trouble for something not even half as... It feels like it's not even worth the trouble. I'm gonna do it because Koroks seeds, and I'm willing to do a lot of things for Koroks seeds because 100% we gotta do this anyway. We could probably do it later as opposed to now, but might as well do it now. Might as well get the trouble over with. I didn't think I'd end up going here until you had the means to build better planes. But there's several things up here you want. Very worth. You had even more trouble, says Mr. Rowan Darcy. And then King Jason, or I'm sorry, Mr. Jason says you you had even more trouble getting to Lightcast Island. Oh, that sounds like fun, and with capital letters. Very much like fun in capital letters. All we have to do is just do this a few, like probably 5 or 6 more times. Riveting gameplay, everybody. I do apologize for how boorish this has been, all things considered, actually. But this has been a learning experience. It really, truly has been a learning experience. I would not have learned just how high some of these islands go. Like, I forget if it was Mr. Shiny or Mr. Jason that has given me the stats. For, like, the highest island. Like the highest set of known coordinates one can reach. But, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, of course not. But at least it is a learning experience, right? Okay, it's right up there. Yeah, there's got to be enough altitude. No. Yep. Absolutely not. The worst places to go to, Mr. Rowan Darcy says, are the labyrinths in the sky. Some of them are a serious annoyance to get to. Yeah, there was one coming up, I'm pretty sure, in the Picata region. And, I was not looking forward to having to navigate that. Not gonna lie. Mr. Jason says, we appreciate the apology, but don't. We could just be watching paint dry, and it would be more fun to chill with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the uplifting that has been happening today. I think the issue is I just need the corner here. Although using the Zora armor to swim up the waterfall might have saved me some rockets. For sure. For sure, but that would require me going to a place I don't intend to go to yet for quite some time. I think a couple more rounds of this, and I might feel okay about making an attempt, and I should probably do more rounds than I think I really need. So if I say a couple, I really should mean more like what, about 4? About 4 platforms. Ah, right, you haven't been there, so you don't have it. Annoying. Oh no, that would have been really bad. That would have been hell. TBH, the Zor armor and the climbing armor are borderline necessity in some spots. Yeah, people have been... A lot of folks on Twitch and YouTube have really been telling me to go to Terrytown. Terrytown, get this and that. Could attach more rockets to the same platform. Wouldn't work, because all the rockets give me the boost at the same time. Mr. Jason was just, you know, drilling me about that. You clip that shit so fast. Hashtag go to Terrytown. I know, but like I said, I meant to put it in a poll. Oh, you know what? I could add a rocket here. You're right. I could do that. Yeah, you know, we absolutely could do that. I was worried that I had, like, grabbed this. What? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot sandwich. Insert the meme of Gordon Ramsay, you know, clasping 2 pieces of bread between a worker at I'm pretty sure it's a Kitchen Nightmares meme. Insert that here. I just realized what I did wrong. Oh, this today has been a day, everybody. Today has been a day. Wait. It auto uses the hoverstone? Okay. What I can't tell is if it's the battery or it's the hoverstone yet. But if it's the hoverstone, oh my goodness, that revolutionary tech. Man's out here wasting resources like he's got money. I mean, oh no. Okay, we need the battery if we're gonna do that. I guess we're doing the sailing now, everybody. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Lesson learned. Yay, more riveting gameplay. More riveting. I should have kept doing what I was doing if I was being totally honest, but it's fine. With any luck, this ain't gonna cut it, I don't think. I'm gonna try. All we have left to do is try. Got a plan. Got a plan. We can salvage this. We can save it. Clutch. Let's go. Wait, folks, he did it. Yes, I did it. Thank you. Thank you. Very clutch. That is, however, only the... Oh. Really? I guess, we're gonna get rid of this pin, then. What's the deal? Also check your clips, good sir. Told you I'm quick with it. Clip. Like, on... Can't be on Twitch, I'm not live. Yeah, I don't have any way to make clips. Is that something in the chat? In the chat. Okay. Looking. I'm trying to see where this is posted. Hang on. Am I like stupid? I must be stupid. Can you not see the link, I'm guessing? Yeah, I don't think so. Because as far as I know, There's no clipping feature on YouTube, right? Am I crazy? Hold on, let me stream getting crunchy for a second. Let me go over to the YouTube side and see if that's not just in the authentic chat and this isn't like a social stream ninja just doing social stream ninja things. We're gonna try. Okay, it's on mute. You think, like Twitch, the chat blocks links unless said person's a moderator? I'll check the settings for that later. Let's see. Moderation activity. Interesting. So what I'm guessing is that there's a few more bells and whistles on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, this is part of the... So, see, you'd say that, and I'm going to discard the changes. It's fine, YouTube. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll fix this for when we take a break. Promise. Because I think I just spotted how I was going to do it. Discord. Okay, I will check that over Discord. I'm gonna try to minimize this. In fact, let me just real quick go to the Creator Studio and have that set aside so I'm not running a stream and also streaming at the same time, or the stream gets extra crunchy. Also, we're saving. We're saving. I don't want to repeat that stuff again. I really don't. Not at all. In no way, shape, or form do I want to repeat that. And, you'd think that it would block links, but I don't have the little feature. I don't have the little toggle that blocks links. It's not active under the moderation settings. That doesn't mean it's not blocking links. It just means that maybe the way it's blocking links is different than what is currently accessible through, like, again, social stream ninja or other things. I guess I figured out some limitations on limitations with social stream ninja. And maybe I should have the actual real bona fide YouTube chat somewhere in my docs to manage things. I don't know. Anyway, we saved, so we should be good, I think. I need to get up and take a stretch, everybody. So what I'm gonna do, because we can't run any ads today, because I'm not on Twitch. I don't know if this was your intention, but you set me as a manager for the channel, but it'll tell you it's originating from my email. Yes, that is correct. I do have you set as a manager for the channel because I wasn't sure whether or not the editor privileges stuck. I also didn't know if this was how manager would materialize. I now know that that's how that's going to materialize. So I can go from there. Okay. My lovely senators and inductees, this has been a wild 2-hour ride. We do take breaks here. Today's break structure is, of course, different because Twitch is being Twitch right now. I've got so many things I gotta try to do in a short span of time, but I'm gonna do my best to do it all. I highly recommend Twitch. Do be twitching. Yes. Literally. It also doubles as a joke. All you had to do was remove the apostrophe. Easy double entendre. But Anyway, I usually recommend everyone take stretch breaks during these, so I'm going to make that same recommendation here. If you guys like this content and hadn't considered doing so already, please follow on, I would say follow on Twitch, but we're not live there. Please subscribe on YouTube. Make sure the notification bell is turned on. This feels like an Elix stream. I remember when I used to do these. The Elix streams were fun. Very, very glitchy, but very crunchy, but fun. And yeah, maybe follow on Twitch anyway. Winky face. Yeah, ¿por qué no la dos? Why not both, right? Anyway, we're gonna take that break now. I'll make sure there's a timer on the screen and everything, and as soon as that timer has disappeared, I will be back. I may or may not request a little more time, depending on what I can get done in 3 minutes, but, one step at a time, everybody, eh? Anyway, I will see you guys after the non-commercial break. Thanks. Okay, I am back. So sorry about that. There we go. I've gotten that all fixed. There's the blue name. Mr. Rowan Darcy, if you happen to be here as well, I went ahead and made both accounts managing moderator just in case. It was pretty easy to do. It was just tedious to do. That's all. More than anything. Testing. Yep, there's the blue name as well. Good. We're all here. Mr. Jason says, Mr. Coin, on today's episode of Jason Bullies his best friend Liv. Jason says, are you excited for the Pokemon Legends 5 FPS? I'm excited for Pokemon Legends Z to A. Z through A. Or Z-A? It might be Z-A now that I think about it. Testing part 2. Zonite Boogaloo. Okay, let me... No, I don't want to make unclickable. I'm looking at a few things on Social Stream Ninja as well, because the way that the pop-out box looks is just a little bit different. Mr. Jason says, you see, Liv is getting the Nintendo Switch version. Fair. So Pokemon Legends 5 FPS. I'm guessing because Pokemon Legends Z through A or Z-A is gonna make is really gonna be testing the Switch's graphical capability. I don't doubt it. We previously had tests. We had a moment in Sky, specifically here at the Wind Temple, where it was like that. Did you still want that clip link, or are you content with what you said on Discord? Let's try the clip link again, Mr. Rowan Darcy, in here, just to see if you can post it. Make sure that's accurate, because, again, the only thing I toggled was, you know, or who was a managing moderator. Okay. I can click on that. Wow, I did not think there was a clipping feature. Okay, I guess I knew there was a clipping feature, right? But it's like I've never used it on YouTube before. Beautiful. I will make a section for clips and maybe put those on the channel as well. Also, that's the kind of thing that definitely should go in the clips channel on my personal Discord server too. If and whenever you feel up to that, or eventually I'll get around to it if nobody else does. Beautiful. It does work. Good. Mr. Jason says it is going to be released on Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2. Yeah, that's what I would expect. And also, yeah, look, I don't want to Switch 2, but boy, do I want Animal Crossing in better FPS. Fair. Can't wait to start clipping enough goofy to start making shorts out of them. Yes. The TikTok thing. The shorts. Pokemon Legends Z through A is going to be released on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, you do believe? I mean, that's good. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it on either. Okay, I definitely need to activate this. Look, I don't want to yuck people's yum. I've been trying to, like, dial back my criticisms of Nintendo, and more specifically, Nintendo's current legal policy. I try not to talk about that all the time, because it is a thing I could talk about a lot, because I'm really that perturbed by it. It really does bother me, but I realize if I do that all the time, you know, there are a lot of Nintendo fans that would not be here for very long. Also, it ruins the chance. It ruins even more my chances of getting any Nintendo sponsorships at any point in the near future, or in the far future even. In episode 1 of Jason Bullies' Best Friend Liv, Nintendo announced Splatoon Raiders for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I said, "Hey Liv, I can't wait to get this exclusive content." Well, I'm sure it's not because she doesn't want it, right? It's more of a... As I believe you've put it earlier, she's saving her income for more important things, right? Oh, this is as far up as we're going. Okay. I guess we just follow the trail of jets here. There is a reason I'm doing this first, and that reasoning is, I want to unlock... I saw a shrine in here. I saw a shrine in here. I want to get it before doing anything else. Don't worry, we will check out all this, Oh. I see. I should save first before I try that. Also, our stamina was a bit low. This is just like, the Wind Temple all over again. Mr. Darcy says, "I think we should be able to be critical of the companies we love. Otherwise, we doom them to an end result of mediocrity by lack of pushback." I agree. I agree. It's just if you have a bunch of people, or you've been inside a lot of Nintendo fan communities, it's not all adult. There are some people that don't have a fully developed prefrontal cortex yet, and I wouldn't expect them to. They aren't adult. And to them, it just looks like I'm disparaging something they like for no good reason, right? Or to them, I'm bearing the emotional cost of the things I'm saying. I'm trying to think about all that. Okay. I see what you're doing, game, but I'm gonna raise you a shrine first. This had better be a blessing. This had better bloody be a blessing, or I'm gonna be upset. The TCC welcomes criticism, but we ask people to open a support ticket. Of course. That said, I don't have any criticisms of the TCC itself. I don't. I don't even have criticism of anyone in there. I don't. I'm merely talking about the company, the Nintendo company. Japan, the America branch, doesn't matter. Oh, of course it's not a blessing. Of course they make me do one of these. Well, we are certainly living in interesting times, to say the least. Mr. Rowan Darcy says, that's all fine and dandy, but even young people should exercise critical thinking skills. I agree. If they can't critique the external, they won't even try to realistically critique the internal as they age. Fair. Fair. I agree with that. Your reward. A challenge. Getting here was only half of it. Yeah, no doubt. What was this challenge? Low gravity. Yay for low grav environment. At least it's different than spending a bunch of Zonite ore to ascend long periods in the sky. Okay, so this is just float up to a bunch of areas and make the kill. Imagine a low gravity Lionel fight. I don't want to. I mean, we kind of have that in the form of a Gleeok. Just replace all the elemental beams with like, you know, like flyby attacks. That's one small step for Hylian, and one giant leap for Hylian kind. Oh. Full-blown spinsters, everybody. Dude, a Gleeok with a Lionel weapon sounds terrifying. I'll say... that Mr. Rowan Darcy goes on to say, and then Mr. Jason says, I do love how Lionels hit like a truck. Yeah, they hit pretty hard, but I can at least parry the Lionel. Like, I have fought Lionels so much in Breath of the Wild that I can still basically parry them. They're not as terrifying as a Gleeok for me. I am getting better at fighting Gleeoks, but... Okay, am I being shoved into a thing? Yeah, I kind of am. I did not mean to do that. Mr. Jason says, I was suggesting a few days ago that a Zonai Gleeok that is super fast like a Gloom Spawn. I vaguely remember this, yes. A Zonai Gleeok would be very terrifying to try to fight. Oh, dang it. Okay, I think we might have been able to do things this way. That sounds scary AF. Frick. No, thank you. We are all right here. Okay, this is like a level 2 and I'm trying to use a stick right now. I need to not do that. Right, I can't heal in here. This feels like the trap room all over again. Please, for the love of God, absolutely not. You know what? That's fine. We can do things this way. It's fine. Let's try that again, and hopefully with 100% less screw-ups. Ah. Oh my God, Mr. Coin. What's up, Mr. Jason? Yes, I don't thank you, game. I don't need you to drill me over this again. Oh. Right, I could just do this. Mr. Rowan Darcy says, gotta go, unfortunately. Mom is on the phone. You have to discuss some things. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Rowan Darcy. I hope to see you around sooner rather than later. Do rest well, my lovely senator. And, or my lovely praetor, excuse me. And, with that, we're gonna hopefully try to get out of this, predicament we have found ourselves in. Hopefully. Trying to think of how I want to start this. Maybe up here? Dang it. Alright, good. We can at least, we can at the very least start stapling stuff to weapons now. Equip. And fuse. If you fuse a barrel to your shield, you shouldn't take damage when an enemy hits it. I'll try. I don't know if it's gonna work because wooden shield, but I'll try. All right, come on, hit me. Ooh. That does work. Thanks. I bet this probably does damage the shield, but it's fine. We've got a Reaper. We should be able to, nice. And now we have the weapons to do everything else, I think. Okay, how do I want to do this next part? Oh, don't we need those explosive No, we don't. The explosive barrels, I think, are just a way to get from point A to point B. I think we could do without them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't... You know what? Even though this is a setback, that was funny. The ragdoll was amazing there. The slowest of claps, for sure. And I apologize if I blasted anyone's ears out with that. That certainly was not my intention, but I couldn't quite help. I couldn't quite contain my laughter. Okay, maybe we can, like, set this up in such a way... I did not mean to do that. We're gonna reload. I did not mean to do that. That wasn't what was intended. Hey there, Mr. Bear Type. Welcome on in. Good to see you again, good sir. Hopefully you're doing well in both body and mind today, and I hope you enjoy your stay. I apologize for there being a lack of a Twitch stream today, but Twitch be doing Twitch things. I don't know why the Twitch servers are having problems, or whether or not, you know, my multi-streaming extension is having the issues it's having on, with Twitch, but it is. This is part 2? Yes, it is. So, like, we've been here an hour. Well, I should say that was roughly an hour long. And then this stream is sizing up to be 2 hours. So we've been live for 3 total hours today, roughly. You know, once another 10 minutes has passed. I could, like, just do this. Yeah, nice try. That worked out way better. Still haven't gotten a lot of Koroks, I see. I tried to start that journey today, Mr. Bear Type. You would not believe me if I told you that, Well, I should say you wouldn't believe me. You actually probably would believe me. But we had a lot of issues getting up to this particular sky island today. It took up a lot of time. Okay, last time. It's just me being formal. Winky, yeah, I know, winky face. I do that with everybody. Especially once I know. Can you show the map for which one it is? Sure can. It's the Zonite Forge Island. Let me know when you're good, Mr. Bear Type. And I can close the map. While you're looking, I'll, Alright. No idea what it is. Mr. Coin, if you sneak up behind an enemy and successfully do a sneak strike, you do 8 times the damage listed on a weapon. So your weakest Lionel weapon would do 1,056 damage. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But, and all your weakest weapons are 132. Aren't all your weapons 132 attack points? I'm pretty sure there wasn't a weapon with a lower attack value anywhere. No, it ranges from 132 to 142. Okay, so there is like a 10-point value or 10-point range. Got it. That's still pretty impressive stuff, I gotta say. Oh, I'm gonna knock... Oh, that's not gonna work. I wonder if this would work, though. Maybe like this? Yeah, how about that one? Huge difference. It's unplayable with 132 points. So are the sneak strike ones. Wait, that doesn't make sense. So those are the sneak strike ones? Yeah, that was kind of difficult to parse there. And then you have Mr. Jason says, and you have the Lionel Back Scratcher that does 878 points of damage. Winky face. Yes, you talked about the Back Scratcher. Quite a fair deal by now. Do things like this. Yeah, come on over. Oh, okay. Pay attention, Coin. Have I been to the maze in Hebra? I have not. That's technically over here in the Picada region, right about here. No, I've not been yet. We're not going to be going to the Picada region for quite a bit. We want to get through Necluda first. Just kind of how I decided to do things. Mr. Jason says, I can absolutely melt a silver Lionel in 6 hits with the Back Scratcher. Not surprised. Let me... There's a stick here that I can use for that. Oh my god, that was close. I am taking that sword away from you. Good flurry rush. Thank you. Thank you. Was not super intentional, but I got it. I would have lost if not for that. I think you're the last one. And if I'm lucky, I might be able to use a sneak strike here. Shh. Be very quiet. Ha! I didn't want to have to fight him in open combat. Not gonna lie. I might have gotten one shot from that current health total. Complete. Very, very, very much complete. Did I find Hestu? Yes, we did find Hestu, Mr. Bear Type. He is at Lookout Landing right now. Let me go ahead and flash the inventory. As you can see, I have in fact upgraded my inventory for bows, shields, and weapons. I can carry a lot more things now. Mr. Jason says, imagine if beating all of those made a Lionel spawn. Would not be doable with the current inventory in the area. How did I find him? You just looked backwards and I was like, are you doing here? I pretty much found him the same way. You know, when we completed the phenomena and we went back to Lookout Landing for the first time after Mr. Bear Type. That's when we found him. I wasn't expecting to find him. I was expecting to see him in like the Great Northern Hyrule Forest, you know, where the Great Deku Tree is, not in Lookout Landing. But I'll happily take Lookout Landing. I'll happily take, you know, getting my inventory upgrades sooner. Mr. Jason says, I like YouTube, but you must admit that you miss your LOL and your Kappa. I miss it too. I miss it too. It's temporary. It's gotta be temporary. Because there are people streaming on Twitch. I hope this isn't a sign of, like, Twitch, quote-unquote, instead of saying having server issues, just unironically, having server issues. Where I know Mr. Clancy, Daniel Clancy is trying to turn a profit. I know that's what he's trying to have Twitch do, because Twitch was operating at a loss for a long time. It still is. I hope it's not an instance of, we're going to quietly start phasing certain people out so that we can not have such a huge server to run. I hope it's not something like that. I'm being real cynical. So my apologies for that, but part of me can't help but think that. Mr. Bear Type says, Hestu doesn't move after giving him some Koroks like Breath of the Wild, right? Insofar as I know, if he does move, it's going to be later. Gotta take a drink here. And Mr. Jason says, while anyone can use LOL and Kappa on Twitch, they are generally for troll creator use. It's like the thing you use it for is, you know, troll level use. But I think, like you were just alluding to, I think these particular emotes have left, like, troll creator parlance. I don't... Wait, is there high gravity? And also, what the heck is this? A mighty Zonite spear. I was wondering when I was going to start seeing this. A powerful Zonite spear made of Zonite. The kind of thing you could very much attach a Gleeok horn to, and it would, you know, light up an enemy like a Christmas tree. Okay. Let me make sure I've not missed chat here. I mean, I think you gave him enough for him to not move. Maybe, perhaps. Hestu will eventually move to Korok Forest, but not for a while, for a reason you won't spoil. Appreciate that. Don't confirm or deny my guess either, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with a region we're going to end up going to later. I'm almost certain that's what it is. If it's anything like Breath of the Wild, if they didn't deviate that much from how the game works. But once he does move there, that is his final spot. Good to know. What am I doing? Oh, right. I want to... You know what? We're going to spit out... Where is it? It's like right here. I want to see this thing spit out lots of capsules. After all that trial and tribulation, I want a huge gachapon reward. We got a beam emitter. I was wondering when we were going to get these. A Zonai device that shoots a light beam from its horn, inflicting damage at great range. The homing cart. A Zonai device that automatically heads for monsters. It's believed to have been used by the Zonai as a security measure. Is that it? You'd think that if this would be high up enough that they would have given us the controller. But that is not at all what they were looking for. How many did I put in, Mr. Coin? I put in 5 large Zonite charges. Yeah, that's a huge amount of the stuff. 12 carts, 17 emitters, and a whole litany of flame and frost emitters and some time bombs. I'm sure all of those made their way into the inventory pack. Is that it? I think that's it. I mean, we've got the Koroks to get next, but... Oh, did that open up? Yeah, that opened up now that we actually, we did the thing. Okay. Cool. I was wondering when that was going to open up. Okay, let me now get back to this. I've got a couple of these to label. We got one up here, and we've got one over there-ish. I guess let's start from the top. Mr. Bear Type says, I like that Jason's username needs to go down another line for the chat on screen. Almost at 111 subs and 0 videos. I have plenty of videos. Has the YouTube algorithm been suppressing them? I'll admit that I haven't been posting videos recently, but I haven't been hiding them. Like I have a Let's Play list that's like 21 videos long. I don't know why I'm thinking I'm trying to dispense devices into this or dispense charges into this. I don't need to do that. I want to head up here. I wonder what happens now that we are Maybe there are some guardians up top. You're seeing them right now? Yeah, like, definitely no recent videos. Like, not in, like, the past 4 to 6 months. Like, actual long-form videos. And that's mostly just an energy thing. The energy, plus I've been in this huge rut lately where there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of editing I have to do for the Dragon Quest series, and I've gone so far ahead of where I am that I cannot physically go back and repeat something that I definitely should have repeated. So I guess I sort of mentally shut down over the whole thing. This happens to me sometimes. I just kind of have to work through it. What's up, Mr. Jason? The steering sticks can be found inside of the rings of Valor Island, a cross-shaped island in the North Hyrule sky, near Mayam Shrine. Yeah, I'm fairly familiar. Let's see. Let me find it. Yes. Should I see? Part of me really wants. Oh, hold on. Oh no, that's 2 regions over. Yeah, that's like in the Typhlo region, or like the Great Northern Forest. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, so we're not going to be getting steering sticks for quite some time. I thought that was way closer than it actually was. Actual sadness. Well, I guess we'd better bloody get used to not having steering sticks for a while. Mr. Bear Type says, my friend told me to watch over his dogs for a week while he's on vacation. He pays you? Nice. And today he came to his house and there was only 1 dog out of 2. He came to his house and there's only 1 dog out of 2. Only 4 hours, only after 4 hours, he called me to say that only one of them is at his grandparents' house. I hear you. I hear you on the message length there. Gonna go up. Come on, Link. I know you can make that distance. Let's go. Yeah, so look, I appreciate the heads up on where the steering sticks are, Mr. Jason. I'm more or less am gonna be used to not having them for a long time. He didn't even tell you, Mr. Bear Type says, you thought he ran away, and that other dog has run away before. Yeah, I can certainly see why you would think that, right? Did I talk too much? No, well, I don't think so. I think you're fine, Mr. Bear Type. Mr. Jason says, I just checked your inventory. Oh, do tell. 32 steering sticks in inventory. Yeah. Trust me, I'm going to be stocking up on those like it's nobody's business. I want to make sure I never run out of steering sticks. I want to make sure I never run out of those. Once I actually have the capability of getting them. That is totally the wrong one. For me right now? Oh, is that in reference to Mr. Jason's inventory, Mr. Bear Type? My apologies, everyone. Fairly tired. And he says this after totally after totally having a morning cup of coffee. I really should not be that tired. I guess today's excursion with like the archipelago took a lot out of me. I don't know what else to say there. Oh wait, is that it over? There's no way that's the correct one. No, this is the correct one. All right. Good. Do I want great advice that'll totally help, provided it's not too spoilery? Yes, sleep more. I sleep a lot. I just haven't slept in a while. I woke up at like 4 this morning. I had my morning coffee. And I've basically been up for around 12 hours now. Okay, which gap is it? Oh, is it the center? Oh no, it's right there. Wait, I'm sorry. No? Is that in the center? No. What? Oh, it's at the corner. I just had to take a second and realize. There we go. Woke and stayed. Mm-hmm. Plus, you know, doing things like this is slowly rectifying my sleep schedule bit by bit. Like every time my sleep schedule gets disrupted, it does get harder to correct it each time. It really truly does. My goodness. Any reason to wake up at 4 in the morning? No, not really. I just do. Ideally, I would love to wake back up at like 8 in the morning. I'm really not a morning person. I never have been. I can be a morning person. I have been a morning person before, but preferably I'm more of a night owl. Oh, I always have been those. It's been that. It's usually what I default to, is being somewhat of a night owl. Game, you still have not threatened me with a consequence for anything in here. You still have not threatened me with anything for crossing those tripwires. I hope default coin equals night guy. Yes, exactly. But yeah, but in short, the only reason I'm waking up that early is, my sleep schedule has been disrupted. My goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna take a second, everybody. We're gonna stretch. Oh my goodness. This is where a redemption for that would be pretty darn nice, but instead I'm gonna have to do this. Okay. Gonna have to unplug this. Like, move back. That's one of the nice things about my setup is that I can, you know, take a couple minutes and move things around quite a bit. It's not something I like doing all that much, but I can do it. Unfortunately, this does take a while to, like, get established. And then, like, the slightest little bit, like, nudge can make everything just go awry. All right, let me move this as well. Okay. Can't look at my actual big screen. I have to game through the OBS dock. Isn't that lovely? The last time I did this was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That was the exact last time I did something like that. And that was not an incredibly fun experience. I didn't do it all the time. Like, I was able to use the actual proper television screen at points, but it's not fun looking at a screen about 4 times the size of your resolution. I like to save that sort of thing for when I'm on mobile or whatever. Okay, so what's the deal here? What's going on here? I feel like there's a target or something I'm wanting to land on. And of course, you know, while I'm standing like this, I do have to be careful how I move. Because if I'm already kind of stretching the headphone cable just a little bit. So if I quickly jut my head and I'm not paying attention, I will pull the headset or headphones out of its socket. I have done that a number of times in this LP already. That has not been my finest hour, for sure. Go ahead and do something like this. I hope everyone's been enjoying the gameplay today between the 2 streams. My commentary, I don't think had a particularly weak start today, but I am definitely feeling fatigue. Again, I really do think the archipelago took a lot out of me today. Oh, and yes, I probably should actually read the chat. If you look carefully, the lasers will lock the bottom of that pit. The next time I'm in there, I will definitely try to. I will definitely look, and I will definitely look to see if it locks up the pit. Okay, so that's what's going on. All right. I was wondering why I couldn't find that particular Korok. That explains it. A lot of Koroks in this area, Mr. Bear Type says. Yep. Exactly a grand total of 4 of them. which was why I really wanted to come and do this. I wanted to come and do this today because I knew that there would be quite a few to have to go and handle. But also, more importantly, I always like to start with the Sky Koroks first. Because after that, we don't go back up into Sky for quite a while. We can spend time on the surface. I'm willing to bet that I want to be up top so I could glide down. So let's see what happens with this pit. Because I've tripped the wire, and I know that Mr. Jason has tipped us off to the fact that the pit will lock up. But I am curious. I do want to see it for myself. Because I did it pitch perfect the first time. Alright, Mr. Link. Ah, okay, there's a grate that pops up. Alright, got it. We probably don't need to be totally that far up. I think this is a decent height. Fun fact. Okay, Mr. Jason. You have my attention. That laser-filled pit was one of the things that that was shown off first when Nintendo first showed the game. Ah. I see. Yeah, you know, that shaft on the Zonite Forge Island does make for a pretty decent, like a pretty decent testing room for a number of things. And it's probably also like a good, you know, showcase of like the tripwire systems and everything. Okay, is that all 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yep. Okay. And we are done with Sky, everybody. At least for now. So, what I'm going to do is take a quick second and just pull up the maps. I actually kind of have to switch because I'm no longer sitting, so I can't like do this and be in front of the mic. It's very awkward for me to reach down and do that, so give me just a second and we'll I'll go over what my next steps are. I have to switch. Yeah, see there, that took me a second. I'm right-handed. I have to use my left hand. It shows up on everyone else's right because it's mirrored like that. I wonder if I could mirror it so I don't have to do that. Streamer things to think about for later. Yeah, so using my left hand to operate my mouse when I'm right-handed is an experience for sure. I've done it a fair number of times. I usually have my mouse locked in a position so I'm not having to move it around a whole bunch, but having to actually like consciously do it and stretch down and do like 3 or 4 other things, that is a mental exercise in and of itself. So, un momento per favore. One moment, please. As you can see, I'm already finding this to be a bit more annoying. Because I'm having to walk over, mark things, and then look from a different position than I'm used to. Let's see, one here. One here-ish. This looks to be like the old, hollowed out, like, husks of trees that were dotting Krenel Hill the last time we went through it in Breath of the Wild. I remember that one pretty clearly too. It was like a flower trail. So I wonder what it's going to be this time. Got this one over here. And we've got... I think it's this one? No, wrong one. It's this one. Right over here. And the last one is like way out there. Yeah, it's like closer to this part of the isle. All right, or this part of the land. All right. Anywhere nearby we could like move to? No, not really. Yeah, so we kind of just have to do the weird thing where we go to Lookout Landing. It's fine. Be careful near those ponds. I'm sure you've seen a gloom spawn. Actually, I have not seen a gloom spawn on the map. Let me see if I can't toggle something. So the object map actually does not by default show any enemy anywhere. It shows like landmarks, shrines, Koroks seed locations, lookout tower locations, light route locations. It shows a few things, as well as like location names, but you actually have to go searching for an enemy in order to pull it up. And even then, I've not fiddled around with the object map all that much, so I don't know if you can, like, pin a search. Like, let's say I search for wherever Silver Lionel is, right? I don't know if I can pin that search and then search for a different enemy to pull that up. I know, like... other internet maps can do something like that. When I was using the interactive map for Breath of the Wild, when we were doing that LP, before I fully switched over to the object map, I could see where stone taluses and stuff were. And I did definitely use that then. But it's nice to know that there's a that there are gloom hands in that area. It just means I'll need to be extra careful when I'm going through the region, because we do have weapons. I could take them on. I would rather not. At least not right now. I've had enough excitement for one day today. Oh, I'm gonna run out of stamina food if I do this. Gotta glide it out. And we can even see the shrine off in the distance. All right, we should be good to go here. This should be a fine starting area. Wouldn't it be genuinely cool if you could tame a Lionel? It would be. I mean, riding one would be nice. Although it would be, I would find it weird. Right? It's kind of like saying, oh, I wish I could ride a centaur around, when centaur are like... oh, hello. Centaur are like sentient, half-human, half-horse creatures, right? I know that Lionels aren't like sentient, right? I mean, they're aware, they're monsters, but they're not like, I guess they're human-like, but you can't like talk to a Lionel. It only has concepts of certain things. They don't have a culture. They don't have a language. They can't really exist all that independently from Ganon's presence. Like their numbers swell when Ganon's strength increases. So it's one of those, you really don't want to see them around, and if that's the case, then I hope I'm not misnumbering things. I guess we're gonna find that out soon enough. Oh, I marked the wrong one. Okay, and actually what we want to do is we want to go back across the bridge back to the previous area, because what we're dealing with is a Korok friend. We can see the camp off in the distance with nothing there. We gotta find the correct Korok for that. Or wait a sec. No, I did already get this. Okay. God, I'm forgetting when I grabbed certain things. Man, this game is expansive. And Mr. Jason goes on to say you ride around and it smacks things. I mean, that's fair. And they do have a language. It's just smacking things like a truck. Lionels very much communicate with their fists or their weapons. Hello there, Yapper Clips. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well in both body and mind today, and hope you enjoy your stay. And if and you don't mind my asking, not really, but thank you. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well in either of those two things. I hope I can make that at least a little bit better for you today. If and you don't mind my asking, what would your level of experience be with Tears of the Kingdom? Is Tears of the Kingdom a new game for you? Beaten it before? I always like to sort of ask that question to get a good sense of where my audience is with this game. Okay. That was a nice standing break, but I do need to sit down now. Is this right? I feel like it's not right now. I always have to do this every time I deal with standing breaks. Just get nice and adjusted. Yapper Clips goes on to say you have like 150 hours. Nice, nice. You beat it for your friend. Awesome. Have they beaten it for themselves, or was that more of like a commemorative? They asked you to do the thing, and so you did the thing. I'm merely curious how that circumstance of beating the game for a friend came about, because that's not something I hear all that often. Did Mr. Jason say something earlier? I could have swore. Yeah, okay. Mr. Jason says, my experience levels is that Lionel's fear you. Lionel's fear me too. Maybe not me as much as you, but I can parry the buggers. Absolutely. There we go. I think I've got it a little bit back to where it should be. Ah, what a trip. What a trip that is. Yapper Clips goes on to say you were just over at their house. And you'd watch somebody do it on YouTube, so you did it for them and showed them. Ah. Sorry, still having to fix things. You did that? I will add that on to the list of challenges you have given me. I still have to flurry rush a the tongue attack on a silver Lizalfos, and I guess I'll add that to the list of fire shots. So these would be, that would be when it's using a bow and arrow, right? Like that's its ranged attack there. That's what you're referring to there, Mr. Jason? Yapper Clips, that's cool. I hope they got a good kick out of that. With a shield? Okay. Yes, Mr. Jason. I mean, you do parry with the shield. Like, I get that part. I'm just making sure I understand what the attack I'm parrying is. Because that's different. I know how to parry. Promise. I suppose I should... It has been a while since I've done this. The Lionel's Fire Blast. Oh, it's when it's... Okay, yep. Wait, you can parry that? I guess you can parry that. I've never parried those. Mr. Bear Type says, sorry you're gone for a second. Forgot to do the Duolingo. Had 20 minutes until midnight. Also got to 150 day streak on Duolingo. Nice. Nice. Mr. Jason says, I have something to show you when you beat the game, Mr. Coin. You won't show it now because there are spoilers. That's totally fine. That is absolutely fine. When I beat the game is not happening for many episodes. We're on episode number 27 right now. I know. We're 20 episodes in when we've only gotten the first of 4 regional phenomena done. I know a lot of other LPs that are out there that typically are on their way to the second one at about the 20 or 30 mark. Because I gotta make all the YouTube thumbnails and everything. And there is a reason I am doing things this way. We spent most of today's 2 streams in Sky. So I want to make sure we've at least ended things off at Krenel Hill today, because otherwise it would be a misleading thumbnail. And I hate it when that happens. I go through the effort of having to pick a place and make a thumbnail on it it always sucks when I can't meet the expectation. I've had it happen to me several times between my Twitch and YouTube careers separately before, you know, they were simultaneous. Oh, I should be marking off Koroks on our map. Oh, since we are just on YouTube today, if you guys want to follow along with all of the Koroks that we are collecting, you want to see their locations for yourself, if you type in asterisk TOTK MAP, you'll get the object map. The object map lets you do things like filter by enemy location. You can mark off Koroks if you're trying to like track them all using the object map. Especially if you like reload the same instance of the same object map over and over again. I'm able to do that through the OBS docks. It's a nice little perk I've got set up for myself, and being able to treat the map like it's a checklist is a really, really nice feature. It's something I wish more interactive maps were capable of doing. Even like the Elden Ring Genie.io map doesn't let you do that as like context for other sorts of well-made maps. Yapper Clip says you should take a Korok and drop it in Death Mountain. That would require a Korok pair, and I would have to take it and drop it down. That would be that's awful. But that's not an unexpected sentiment, I should say. There are many people that I've talked to in my channels that have voiced their disdain for all of the Koroks, and Mr. Jason agrees. M64 penguin trauma, is that what that's supposed to be a reminder of? Mr. Bear Type is a different sort of trauma. Hello there, Mr. Aracuda. I appreciate you being in the open sky, but I don't want to be there. For those that are, no, definitely not. Oh, just everyone everywhere is probably alerted to my presence. Last time in Breath of the Wild, of course it's raining. Why, you know, it only makes too much sense for it to rain. Everyone's favorite moment in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Last time when we were in Krenel Hill, though, in Breath of the Wild, it was like Wizrobe Central. If you wanted to find elemental rods, that would be the this would be the place to find it. Blizz robes, meteor robes, and like thunder whiz robes, all of them had rods you can farm here. So I'm curious to see if that is true in Tears of the Kingdom, or if only the title of the thumbnail is going to be misleading today. Let's see, Bear Type says, Mario 64 penguin that people drop for the mom. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yapper Clip says, all of the Koroks' lives value amount to Hestu's golden manure. Yeah, I've seen the pictures of the gift. We even got the manure in Breath of the Wild when we were doing that Let's Play. Yeah, the Koroks are one big poop joke, and I've talked about them before. You know, I'm not really sure what to make of that. I don't know if I should be impressed that there's a scatological joke in The Legend of Zelda, like, as a whole now, or if, or if I should be disgusted that three grown men put a scatological joke in the game. I don't know which way to feel yet. Mr. Coin said, Mr. Coin. Mr. Jason says, Mr. Coin, I managed to remove the spoilers CDMs when I can. You have a screenshot of all the sliver enemies? Sure. Should be able to do that. Stream may get scrunchy for a second. Too many misters. My mouth seems to agree with that sentiment, even if I personally don't. Ah, yes. All of the silver enemies, other than the ones that were blotted out. Including a King Gliok. Yeah, I saw. It was literally just a... It's literally what I expected it to be. What can I say? While being as minimal as possible, given that Mr. Bear Type does not particularly want too many spoilers. Did I say sliver instead of silver? Oh my goodness. My brain is turning to mush. My brain is turning to a bit of mush today. I am really beginning to feel the fatigue. Okay, this thing is wanting me to jump the gap. How is it wanting me to do that? Okay. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm willing to bet it wants this. Let me just make sure that's, like, set right. Oh, it actually needs to be set like this, or the ball's gonna lose momentum when it, like, drops down like this. Mr. Jason says, I couldn't just settle for a silver Lionel. You had to take a photo of an armored silver Lionel. Indeed. All right, let's try this again. Nice. And it looks like that's the only thing that's out there as well. So I guess we're going to take a quick look around. I don't suspect there's going to be a chest in this room, but we're going to at least look. Got to go now, Coin, but have fun. Thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Bear Type. Much appreciated. Do rest well, my lovely senator and inductee, and I'll see you around sooner rather than later, hopefully. Oh, yes, before I forget, and this Bear Type already knows this, so you don't need to worry about this. This is mainly for Yapper Clips and others who may or may not be here. This is like my last known day to stream is on Fridays. I do take weekends off, so the next time you'll see me will be on Monday. I stream Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, normally, unless stuff happens kind of like how it did today. But my usual... Oh, man. Yeah, my usual routine is to stream during the week, business week, and then take the weekend off. Did I just, like, not... Ah...
It's just asinine.
Yep, that happened. The first one was like, okay. The second one was me trolling myself. If I still have rockets fused to shield, that would work. I have none of those. Unfortunately. I have exactly none of those. So I think what I can do is something a bit like this. And, you know, we can just cross that way. No, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Really? Well, I guess I'm replacing this regular Zonite shield then. Okay, good. We did already take a picture of that. Alright. What's the next one? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so unlike the last one, here we only have 2 panels. Let's see what happens. Let's take everything out. Let's just make sure I know what the expected behavior is. Yeah, okay, that is exactly expected behavior. Mr. Jason says, I can't wait until Mr. Coin faces a silver Lionel. My shields go from 62 to 72, and I believe I have an 88 that's hanging up in Link's house. No doubt a Royal Guard shield or some other shield with, like a huge, an absolutely huge shield guard up. The heck? Can I, like, tilt it? Yeah, I can. Is it really that simple? It actually might just be that simple. Although I am willing to bet that this isn't gonna be enough. We're gonna try. Close. We actually need the panel from, like, the previous room, and I think we'll more or less have it. And you know what? Considering how tired I'm feeling right now, I will take easy. I have zero issue with that. I will take easy. Oh, is that gonna be stable? I hope that's gonna be stable. That could be a problem. That just barely worked. That could not have been the intended solution. Oh, you have a Savage Lionel shield? Yeah, the Savage Lionel shields would have that. Also have a high high guard value innately. Yeah, that makes sense. Would people be upset with me if I ended a bit early? I feel like I feel like I'm struggling to stay awake right now. Oh my god. And I'm stretching like crazy. And my eyelids have the searing feeling in the back. So whenever I experience this, whenever I get like this, I know I get to be quite tired, so... Oh, and it did just strike, it is 5 o'clock. So, yeah, you know what, that checks out. We made it, everybody. I'm sorry for the streams being chopped up like they were, but at least we'll have easy access to the Koroks when we go back and farm them or when we go back and start again on Monday. I was about to say tomorrow. I mean Monday. Hopefully by then. Oh, you know, I guess there's one tiny thing I'm gonna do before we call it here, and that is to see what the heck this, like, Sage's Blessing is all about. And you know, if people are like, you should spend it elsewhere, you know, we can drop a save. It is 10 p.m. For you anyway, Mr. Jason. If you need to scoot on by, you're more than welcome to do that. This really shouldn't take me more than a couple of minutes to conclude anyway. Yeah, I definitely think... I don't know how I would do an 8-hour stream. I'm not gonna lie. I did do an 8-hour stream once or twice. But I think those were multiplayer games, and so I didn't spend quite as much energy on... like, chat. I was also more nascent as a streamer. Mr. Jason says, I do wonder what a Savage Lionel shield fused on a Savage Lionel shield would be like. Well, at least we know the naming convention, right? It would be a Savage Lionel shield. What we don't know is what the defense value would be. You also have a Sage's Will. For 4 Sage's Will, I will make your bond with a Sage stronger. Oh, you're gonna make me spend the Sage's Will first? Game, don't do this. Do I have... No, I don't have Savage Shields yet. That's later. You were right, sadly. Yeah, like, stapling the shields on top of each other has the expected outcome. The Savage Lionel shield. That makes me think of a Yugi Poop stream that was run by Hard Like Joe, where it was like the Sacred Sword of Swords, or the Sacred Seven Swords, or whatever that weird card was that he had made. And it was like, it was a super hilarious bit, way funnier than I ever wanted it to be, or I ever expected it to be, but... what a novelty. Yes. Oh, game? You should have just given me this option the first time. Yes, give me a heart container, please. I guess it must have been the first time I had 4 Sage's Wills to exchange, which is why the dialogue was like that. I believe that puts us to 11 or 12 heart containers. Let me do a quick count. Mr. Jason says, I thought it would have been the Savage Lionel shield. Me too. Or it would have actually been given some cool name, right? Not the Savage Lionel shield. this video game, man. The Tears of the Kingdom, everybody. All right. Quick count. 3, 6. We have 12 heart containers, I think. 3, 6. Yeah, we have 12 heart containers. So one more and we will start working toward the third stamina wheel. Let's save this. And now let's see what happens when we strengthen the bond between me and a sage. Solemn Vow of Tulin, Sage of Wind. Your reinforced bond with Tulin has increased his avatar's attack power. Oh, so this just doesn't, it's not buffing the base ability. It's buffing the actual avatar's attack value. The Strengthened Vow of Tulin, Sage of Wind. Interesting. I, Tulin, solemnly vow to not blow your items off the cliff as much. If only it were like that. If only. Okay, I feel fine with that upgrade. He'll go from being, like, able to attack smaller enemies to being able to attack, like, actual field bosses and stuff. Or maybe, like, he'll be more readily useful against white or silver enemies. Okay, I'm struggling to keep it together, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And hopefully I'll be able to stream on Twitch next time. If that continues, I'm going to be really upset. My senators and inductees, my name is Coinstamp. Thank you for the content. You're very welcome, Mr. Jason. You're very welcome. The next time we will stream, we'll be back on Monday. Excuse me. And we'll be continuing to go through the Krenel Hills and various other areas in Eastern Necluda. Do stay safe and do take care of yourselves, everyone. You feel free to make merry and goodness, I'm even forgetting like slogans. Right, you're more than welcome in my hallowed halls anytime, whether that be my DMs or like Twitter, Blue Sky, what have you. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry. And with that, goodbye.